Well, I think the first and biggest obstacle was being on the road all the time,
Yeah.
all of a sudden. Like when we first started touring, back in the summer of 2001, we did like a 2 week long self booked tour, crashing on strangers' floors and stuff like that. And that was cool and that was fun. That was like a kind of weirdo vacation with your
Mm-hmm.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
But then, really soon after Tell Your Friends came out in March of 2002, suddenly we were on tour constantly. Next thing we knew, it was like a year and a half straight of touring, and you really lose your minds just going from a kid who thinks he's going to go to college, going to get a regular job and stuff. Oh, here you go. You're just working all the time now. Forget about your home life. Forget about this and that. So I think that was a huge struggle, and John and I left the band for 7 years in part due to that.
Mm.
That crazy schedule going from nothing, sitting at home, to just trying to take on the world and playing shows every night for literally years straight. So I think that was the first and coincidentally biggest obstacle for me, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, when you're in a band, as long as we've been a band, we
Yeah.
started in 1999, right? So it's a family now. So, it's personal, everybody's personal problems, and it kind of never stops. Like,
Yeah, it's all interconnected.
yeah, so you always have to just look out for each other, and so you fight as a family, the whole thing. So it's the obstacles never really end,
Mm-hmm.
but you kind of just work through it the best you can.
Yeah, like any family.
The best advice is be cool. Always be cool. Be nice. Because that person that's down here right now could be up there. Next thing you know what I mean?
Or you could be up there and you'll see those people when you're on your way down.
Yeah.
And if you were a jerk, you're gonna get what you deserved.
Yeah, I've seen many people just screaming, People get egos when their bands get big, so.
As far as bad advice, it's really hard to say because I guess on the self-titled record we got some bad advice on how to write songs and things like that.
Yeah, we did.
But I think overall, people in general, and I'm speaking from my own personal experience, it's very hard for me to take advice. I told my dad I just started listening to him when I was 34 years old. Like, it took me that long to take any advice. So any bad advice is just gone, as well as the good advice, too. So I just, everyone kind of makes their own mistakes, for better or worse, especially me. And, so any bad advice I can't really remember.
Yeah.
You remember any bad advice particularly?
Concerning the band, I don't know. I can't really, not really. Nothing too crazy.
I think about it a lot now because any anxiety I have now, I come from a place where I feel like I'm always about to lose everything at any moment, no matter like what success we have. It seems like it's all could go away at any time.
Yeah.
So I would like to tell my younger self, which I'd like to tell my present self, it's all right, man. Everything's going to be okay. You're gonna figure it out as you go. So that's something I try and kind of like a mantra. I keep telling myself, it's all gonna be okay. You'll figure it out as you go. So just to be less worried about things.
Yeah. I would probably say try not to be such a jackass.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Longevity.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because like I was saying earlier, we never had any real idea that this thing would be a thing for as long as it has. Like, I thought we'd tour through the summer after Tell Your Friends came out, and that would probably be it, and go back to work, go back to school. But having what we have now was really the dream come true from when I was a really little kid. Like, 5 years old hearing the Beatles, then a little bit older hearing Guns N' Roses, then Nirvana. Like, man, if I could do that for my job, that would be the most amazing thing in the world. And then somehow it happened, and we're still around. So for that, I'm incredibly grateful.
What age did you start playing music? And what age did you pick up drummer sticks? Or
I was 8
Yeah.
when I started playing. I got a snare drum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was an old man. I was 12 when I got a bass.
Shaun and I started play. Our first band was You had a keyboard, right?
Yeah, I had a keyboard. I just bashed on it. I didn't know how to play it, but I brought it down to his parents' basement.
Yeah.
And we'd play when
We
we
were
were
like 8 or 9, something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, not even 10 years old. We were doing stuff together.
They were really good.
Yeah. Our parents are angels for putting up with that noise.
Yeah.
Bad.
Did you have lessons, or is this completely self-taught?
I had lessons for a little bit when I was young, you know, but then I just stopped practicing what I should have.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, there's no point of me coming here if you're not gonna practice anything that I teach you. So. Yeah.
Worked out well for him though. He's really got a style all to his own too. That I think he did himself a service by figuring out his own path.
Yeah, but listening to Bonham, I was put on my headphones, listen to Led Zeppelin, The Who,
Lars.
Green Day, Metallica. Lars is a big influence. So that's how I really learned.
I think it's very important to forge your own path, to have your own thing. You see bands like the Dropkick Murphys still killing it because they did it their own way.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't listening to a label. They weren't doing the thing that was popular. I think we carved a similar niche where we can have this for ourselves.
Right.
Not for the pop success of what's happening at the moment, but for a real career. We look up to bands like Mark had mentioned, Green Day, like Bad Religion, like No Effects. These guys who have had their own path and have been very, very successful. They may not have had the mainstream success that everyone thinks is real success, but they have their own thing and they do it their own way. And I think they're able to live pretty happy lives because of that. And I think, we're lucky to share in some of that as well.